Hey there, spooky family. I apologize for the lack of activity. I had a bunch of hoopla to take care of, and so I have. Today we are going to review the Green Inferno. Now, I first was able to see this movie 2 nights ago, and I heard really great reviews about it. As you guys may have known, I'm a big Cannibal Holocaust fan. So to see a cannibalistic movie come out, I'm all like, yeah! Well, what's really weird is like the genres that some sites label this under. They have it under adventure horror, which makes sense, and then they put it under fantasy, thriller, which the fantasy part really doesn't make any sense to me because there are cannibalistic tribes out there, so it's not like it's a made up ghost or witch or anything like that. There are cannibals out there, so I don't understand the fantasy genre. So, the plot for the Green Inferno is, I got to see and I gotta read it. A group of student activists travels to the Amazon to save the rainforest and soon discover they are not alone and no good deed goes unpunished. From that plot that you read, I thought, hey, you know what, this would be a great homage to Cannibal Holocaust, sounds fantastic, and all that. I have to say, I was really disappointed in this movie, and maybe it's because I'm being highly biased, or that I'm a hard ass when it comes to horror movies, but the Green Inferno, the effects were absolute, blah to me. It didn't seem like, the skull on the post or whatever, with the blood. It didn't scream to me. Even when poor Jonah was being dismembered and his arms broken and everything like that, that didn't even disturb me at all. It seems like it's kind of like Cannibal Holocaust dweeby little brother. That's the best way that I can put it. So, it's a decent movie because it does show, you're following this ritzy college student. Her dad's a lawyer with the UN, and she wants to join these activist groups, and she's a freshman, and she clearly has a lot to learn, but instead of, trying to learn, she automatically thinks that she's, super professional activist up in here, and she really doesn't know what she's getting herself into until they reach the Amazon. So I kind of like that they touched a point on that, because there's a lot of SJW activists today that are joining these groups, not paying attention to what they really stand for, not really paying attention to the meaning, and not knowing what they get into. So that was really, really cool to kind of put that modern sort of thing into it. I can't say it's a complete shit movie. I know, a lot of Cannibal Holocaust fans are like, yes, it's a shit movie. It's not a complete shit movie, okay? This dweeby little brother of Cannibal Holocaust is perfect for somebody who can't really take a lot of gore, or somebody who really can't take the shock factor of Cannibal Holocaust, or even Cannibal Ferox. Even that movie has deeper cannibalism, deeper effects, And so this is kind of like the, dweeby little brother, as I keep saying. It's people who like adventure horror, but really can't take the deeper, creep factor. So for somebody who isn't really into horror and all that stuff, it's actually an okay movie. And in this video, I'm also going to be talking a little bit about Cannibal Holocaust and why I feel like maybe the Green Inferno could have done it a little bit better, but we'll do that later in the video. I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes on the side because I want to do better videos and keep my brain on track instead of going all off topic like I am right now. So, the thing about Green Inferno is it had a weird pace to it for me. The beginning was super, like, I don't know, some people say it drags, but it kind of doesn't. It kind of has like this medium pace, and then as soon as all the good stuff happens, it's like it fast forwards through everything. Like, oh my god, they're eating people, blah 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 blah. There's not a lot of time to feel that, and in a lot of my review videos you hear this, that human connection to the film. You don't really have time to feel any empathy for any characters. You don't really have any time to hate a character. You don't have, a time to be like, wow, I feel bad for the tribe. Nothing. None of that. So it's an awkward pace to me because you can't really dig deep into it. So, so for the ratings, I like to compare ratings of the films and then give my own rating. IMDb gave it a 5.4 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 33%, and Roger Ebert made it a 3 out of 4. I give it about a 2 or 3 out of 10. Again, maybe because I am being a hard ass and I'm, I like having that weird ass connection with movies where it's like, holy shit, and this just didn't do it for me. Now, on the versus the 1980 movie of Cannibal Holocaust, the plot of that movie is a professor finds the remains of a film in the Amazon and he brings it back to America and they watch what happens. And that genre is adventure horror, which is really, really cool. The thing is, it's not for the squeamish, okay? If you haven't checked out the 1980 Cannibal Holocaust and you are squeamish, the Green Inferno is better for you than Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust has real animal deaths. The effects are insane. The director actually got in trouble with the Italian courts for obscenity and was accused of murdering his actors and actresses. The actors actually had it in their contract that they had to disappear for a year after filming to keep the illusion of the film alive. And so the actors, of course, came and testified saying, hey, I'm alive, he didn't kill anybody. So yeah, that's how realistic Cannibal Holocaust is. And the thing that's so great about Cannibal Holocaust is you have that human connection that is missing in modern day horror movies that I talk about. In a lot of my original versus remakes, I talk about how the remakes miss the human connection. Human connection is important in any form of artwork. Music, painting, a photograph, film, writing. People have to feel something from it. And I find that modern day stuff is done so fast, so biggest dollar, that is what we're missing.